Hello everyone, this is Flammy and welcome back to my 6th subscriber base review video. So that's right, we are back once again where I review your guys' bases on video. Now this isn't just for people who have submitted applications, this is an opportunity for all of us to learn how to improve our bases, so I think this is a great opportunity for you guys to pay attention to some other bases and learn what not to do and what to do and how to attack bases that might have a couple mistakes in them. So in this video we will be reviewing Town Hall 6 bases. This is probably my most requested one. I assume a lot of you are Town Hall 6 as I've gotten a lot of applications for it. So, if you guys are ready, let's go get started. Okay, so here we are with, I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks like almost Elixir, but it's not quite. It's Elixir? Elixir? I don't know, sorry. He says he is from Sweden, so maybe that's a more Swedish name that I have no idea how to pronounce, so sorry about that. He is in Reddit Silver, which is one of the Reddit competitive clans, which is why he has his Town Hall inside the base. So he is going for trophies, and he's actually doing a pretty great job for a level 29 Town Hall 6. I feel like 29 is sort of light for Town Hall 6, although you did say you are early Town Hall 6. So what are some things that are good and could use some improvement on this? Well, keep upgrading these mortars. Upgrading your mortars is definitely one of your most important things. I think level 4 is going to be the maximum for Town Hall 6, so you're definitely going to want to keep get those up as soon as possible. Interesting, you've got your collectors fairly low level. I assume this one over here and this mine over here are the new ones. You don't need, this is fine, it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a design decision. I do like how you do your walls, focusing your lowest level ones on the inside. You could spend more time upgrading them to higher levels, and you might want to do that, especially if you're going to stay at high trophy counts. That can be pretty helpful. I do like how you lay out your buildings around the walls, though. Let's see if you have anything in the corners. Nope, that's good, that's fine. Sometimes if you got a spare building that doesn't fit anywhere, it's fine to put it out in the corners, but you don't need to. I do like this, the single pink wall to help slow down people who might be trying to break into the center there. One thing I would think about possibly changing is these mines right here and this mine up here. So I think that's a little bit of inefficient use of walls. Perhaps you could move, for example, this archer tower and this cannon to right near where this army camp is and use the walls up there. Take out these walls down here, and you'd have to rearrange this mortar somehow. I'm not sure exactly how it would work out, but I'm just thinking that might be a little bit better in terms of wall efficiency. Maybe you could do like a double wall down here or a funneling wall. Just something to think about. Wizard towers 1 and 2. It's expensive, it's slow, it's hard, but upgrade them when you can. Let's see, level 2 castle, that's good. Get to 3 when you can. I probably need to review what the actual maximums are. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been Town Hall 6, but you know what? I like this base. I can't see them, but I hope you have some traps in here between these guys. Especially some spring traps, especially spring traps between these two, because giants getting in there will go between them, and that would be good to take them out. Overall, I like this base. It's got a great job putting everything along the walls, and I hope that everyone's base who I look at today will have as good layout. Good job. Okay, so here we are with Heartbreaker, level 34, Town Hall 6, moving up to 7. So this is a great opportunity to look at a base because it really shows you what the player's decision looks like when they decide to upgrade. Well, you did get 1 cannon up to 7. Your other one's sort of lacking. Your mortars could be 4. Wizard towers could be higher. Yeah, all around, I'm basically going to have to say you should have upgraded pretty much every defense at least once more before upgrading. I see you're already underway, so I mean, I probably wouldn't cancel this, but it means you should go slowly at Town Hall 7 and be sure to upgrade everything as much as possible. Overall layout, I'm not really a fan of the gold walls over here as much. I don't think that they really contribute as much. Like, maybe you've been attacked a ton of times from this side. One thing that they do is protect these sort of splash buildings in the center, which are probably going to be a high priority target, by putting them here, these gem walls. But I feel like there just could be more efficient places to put them. For example, what I would probably do was put 1 gem on every corner. So what do I mean by corners? So here, here. Well, this is sort of weird with 2 gold mines in here, but so maybe not those ones, but here, here, and here. All those ones are going to be more likely to be attacked by both giant and barbarians and wall breakers, and all of those are important to slow down by adding extra health to the walls. So sort of my impression on that. I mean, it's not a bad decision. It's just a different one. That's probably how I would have done it. Not necessarily saying I'm doing it the right way, but just sort of how I look at the problem. Let's look at your unit upgrades. Yep, looking pretty good on the unit upgrades. I see you running with Healer and Giant. 8 Giants, that might be a little light unless their air defense is pretty exposed, but gets the job done. A lot of Goblins, gets the resources, I guess. People know I'm probably not much a fan of Goblins. Someone actually sent me a message on the forums saying, talking about that as to, you should use more Goblins and stuff, and it's like, here's my thoughts on Goblins. It's like, I don't find them really that strategic, and I really like to challenge myself. Not like to make it harder, but to improve my skill. Anyways, moving back to this base, one thing that I would definitely change is swap up this gold storage and this wizard tower. Currently you've got 2 wizard towers on the left and 1 mortar, and then only 1 mortar on the right. I feel like that could really help by adding an extra wizard tower to the right, as well as if it was here, the radius of the wizard tower would protect this other gold storage as well. Now, going back to the resource buildings inside the walls. So we had this in the last base as well, where I talked about how I'd probably kick out the gold mines. So I'm definitely going to say the same thing. I'm going to kick out the gold mines and elixir, and what you can do with those extra walls is just many, many creative things. So if you save walls on this one, put in like a single wall like right connected to this guy right here, just like stop wall breakers from coming in. And then why don't you like make this a double wall, or add some more extra buttresses over here. That will just do the same thing as this gem walls, and it's not really protecting much when you're protecting the mines. For example, you look at this, you've clearly been on very recently, but even if you haven't been on in 5 hours, that's only like 6,000, 7,000 resources that are available, and you can only steal half of those, so only like 2,000, 3,000. That's not very many resources available to be stolen, so yeah. Beyond that, the last thing I'm going to say is, well, okay, I have a couple more things. This archer tower is very exposed. You could just anyone could just place archers right out here, and it would just destroy the archer tower really fast, so be careful about that. And the other thing is, when you're upgrading stuff, don't upgrade one collector or mine to a high level. It's much more efficient to upgrade them all slowly and equally. I know you probably like unlocked like some of these lower ones more recently, but yeah. I'd get everything to like level 7 before anything went to level 8, everything to 8 before anything went to 9, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, those are going to be my last tips. The biggest one, though, is really upgrading the defenses. Not bad, but got some improvements. Let me know what you think about those, and I hope everyone else can learn something from that. Oh yeah, also this cannon is exposed to archers as well. Let's move on to the next base. Okay, so this is a very interesting base. I'm glad you applied for this, King H. Let's see here. Okay, so double walls is the name of the game for this base. This is going to be really good against wall breakers. Although, giants and other stuff, well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. It's definitely interesting. So you also are upgrading to Town Hall 7. So you have your defenses out here. All of your defenses out here. So the critical part about this is going to be how far your defenses are spread out from one another. Because clearly you're doing a good job of covering all of your defenses, or all your buildings. I mean, like, maybe not these army camps up here, barracks, 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 but, like, everything else is clearly very covered. This is going to create problems, because you're covering your buildings, but you're not protecting your defenses. And I'm not talking about walls here. I mean, this is an interesting strategy, and I'm not talking about walls. And other people will have this issue as well. What this means is, what can actually protect this cannon? So imagine this cannon is being attacked, and it's shooting stuff, but what else is going to also shoot, like, barbarians that are attacking it? This archer tower? Okay, I guess it could probably hit some stuff within range. This wizard tower? Well, not barbarians, definitely not archers that are attacking it, so no, not that. I mean, this archer tower's under construction, so no, not that. Anything else? Mortar? Definitely not. Yeah, so that's sort of the point right there. There's not much that's protecting this cannon, so it's going to be very exposed, and this goes for everything else. The thing that causes your things to be very spread out is by having lots of walls in between them, and having all of your storages in the middle. So all these things combined will sort of contribute to this factor. Let's see if you got clan castle, guys. Ooh, want to keep that filled up if possible, so be sure to request troops. So it looks like this spot is normally where this cannon goes, but you put the cannon there while the mortar's upgrading. That's a good decision. Overall, I can't really say I like the fact that your defenses are outside the walls. Both it spreads them out, like I've talked about before, but obviously the bigger factor is they just don't have walls protecting them. Now, if your walls were used particularly effectively in other cases, I might have less of a problem with this. And what do I mean by this? So, let's look at your double walls. What would it take for giants to break in and kill this mortar? Well, it's pretty easy to calculate, actually. So, say I had 8 giants or something on my derpy account and wanted to attack this. So if I deployed them right here, on the right side where my finger is, making the dot, what would they do? Giants would attack here, then they'd come to here next, because this is closest, not the mortar. And after this, what would they do? They'd go right through this wall I have selected, or this one right next to it. Those two walls are only single walls that allow them to break from this cannon over to this mortar. That's sort of the problem with this double wall strategy you've got going here, is you've got single walls which could be broken through, completely negating the fact that you've got double walls here. Furthermore, once I got into here, if they wanted to continue out here, they'd only break the single wall, or if the giants decided they want to break into the center, they'd only have to break this single wall as well. So this combined with the fact that the double wall combined with the fact that it spreads out your defenses, and the double wall is pretty weak in this particular layout, makes me really not a fan of this. Yeah, that's it. One thing you do a good job of is, I like how you keep all your purple walls in a line and your gold walls in a line. People who do the sort of checkerboard or polka dot or stripes, that's not as good of a layout, just because giants will work their way through the easier ways, typically. Last thing I'm going to say is you are very vulnerable to air. With only one air defense out here, and the other archer towers spread out, you're not going to have a very good time against any air attacks. So this applies to both healers and applies to balloons. The wizards will do okay, but with only level 2, they can't really kill a balloon fast enough. Look at this, for example. Wizard level 2, how much damage per second? 13. It does do splash, but compare it to this, 140. That's more than 10 times as much damage per second towards air. So if you had to deal with mass balloons, yeah, you're probably going to wish you had an air defense towards the center. Beyond that, level upgrade stuff. I mean, you've been the best upgraded base so far. Your cannons are all 7. Archer towers are up to 6. I see that you can go up to 7 because you're upgrading this, so I'm not sure how long this has to go, but maybe you should have finished those first. Mortars, level 3. I would have liked to see both of these be at 4 before you started upgrading your town hall. Wizard towers, level 2. Not bad, but I think they could also be 3. Let me check that, actually. Yeah, I just checked the wiki, and both wizard towers could be level 3 if you had so desired. You are allowed to do that at Town Hall 6. I know it's expensive, I know it's hard to get, but it really does help, especially against those like mass balloon sort of situations, because that ups the damage per second to 16. And while I mean 13 to 16 might not seem like a lot, imagine if it's doing splash, and that's 3 extra damage times however many units is splashing, which can add up pretty fast. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for King H. Sorry about that. Let's go check out one final Town Hall 6 base. Okay, we got Mo here, 9087. So, a lot higher level stuff. Looks like you just got to Town Hall 6. Maybe you've been here for a little while. You did submit your application a couple days ago, so perhaps that's happened in the intervening time. A bit less than a week ago. So, let's see, what is up here? I do like the clan castle in the center. Both your mortars are level 4, so that's good. I hope you got those before hitting 7. Air defense, you got one over here. Do I see another one? Ooh, I don't see another one. You're going to want to start working on that as soon as possible, because that really helps. Another base with some defense outside the walls. You are upgrading several of them, so this air defense, this cannon, but this mortar, which clearly is brand new to Town Hall 7, which I won't really look at it, and this archer tower, those are brand new as well. And the cannons are new. So I guess you haven't actually redesigned. So actually that's a good option, or a good chance for us to look at your base. So this is a very close version of my current Town Hall 7 base. What is actually different? So you got 2 storages in the center of Elixir, so that makes it interesting there. So that's a good opportunity to look at the differences. You also don't yet have your mortar up, so I do like your swapping in of the clan castle. Also at level 3, good job with that. Level 3 wizard towers, good, I like that. Definitely get your other air defense up though, like I said. I hope you have spring traps in the holes right here, because those are super effective. Your cannons and archer towers are all maxed out, all the ones are the existing ones. So that's good job with that as well. I can't really find any major complaints. One thing that could be good is to keep your buildings that are outside the walls closer if possible. For example, right here there's a 3 wide gap. You could put a cannon in there, for example. There's another one down here. Put in the archer tower. Just little things like that will help keep the stuff closer to the walls, and so your defenses can protect them. Because like this archer tower can protect this barracks because it's in the wall, but it can't protect this cannon from archers because it's too far out. So that is a good one right there. Beyond that, anything in the corners? No, nothing in the corners. Yeah, I like it. I'm curious how you're going to modify it with the mortar. I get this question a lot, so I think I'll answer probably how I would do it. So, if I had 3 mortars, a clan castle, 2 wizard towers, 2 gold storages, and 2 elixir storages, which I don't. My derpy does not have 1 elixir storage. How would I modify this to include both of them? So probably the best thing to do is to kick out the clan castle. It is the most versatile, and it can be the most effective outside as well. I would keep both of the storages in the center. If, for example, you have an interesting situation for like you have no elixir, like you use it all on a massive research. What can you do? Well, you can just kick out both of your storages to somewhere on the outer ring temporarily, and then you can upgrade your clan castle back to the center as well as another defense. That's a great little tip you can just do temporarily if you're very active and very proactive at keeping up on how your base is doing. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this subscriber base review. So I hope you enjoyed these Town Hall 6 bases and learned something new. If you would like to be featured in a future video for Town Hall 6 or on any other level Town Hall, you can submit an application using the link in the description. That's right, the link in the description goes to a quick little form to fill out so I can find your base easily. Beyond that, let me know what Town Hall you would like me to do next. I have already done several Town Halls, so you should go check them out on my channel. Other than that, guys, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. I do put out Clash of Clans videos every day. Other than that, if you already are subscribed, thank you very much for watching. Please like and comment to show your support, and have a great day.